What I felt like we had concluded at the end of today's session was that what would be our ideal scenario is for businesses to come forward to us and say, here is our UX document, our user experience document, and here are our IT standards and requirements, which would include cybersecurity, what their software preference was, be that for UC or be it their enterprise suite. We need a user experience document from our end clients and also an IT requirements, and then we should be looking at products to fit both of those. And this is something that we, myself personally, is working on with our head of IT for our own use within Midwich at the moment. So we have a lot of vendors that, and we love all the USPs of their different products, but we can't showcase everything for our own use in our own offices. So we're looking at the generational difference between the youngest and of our workforce and the eldest in our workforce, and the different cultures and the different cognitive behaviours, to try and find a one-size-fits-all, which is very difficult, to create a UX brief. And then we will look at our IT brief, which will consider cybersecurity, software choices, and we try and match those up together. And if a product can fit both, then we know that that's the right product to go forward. And once we have a choice of products that fit both of those briefs, then we look at which ones piece together most easily as a solution. Now, what I think I was trying to get across in the room earlier was that that's great for an AV company to have pieced together, and that's wonderful for some of the larger enterprise business representatives that we have in the room today. But the majority of the market out there is actually coming to AV disties at the moment and saying, we'll do that, but can you help us write that document? Can you help us write that brief? They don't know how they want to work yet. So that's where AV still has very much a place in the IT world, because we are the ones that are most commonly specifying the designed environments, and then it's the IT teams that are supporting them. And that's where our, we'll call it, clash comes from. It's not a clash, it's simply that we haven't engaged at an early enough level to be able to play nicely further down the line. Will the manufacturers take our advice? Interesting. So we feed back to manufacturers a lot about product development. Typically, they are responding to what their competitors are doing, mostly. And actually, one of the biggest drivers is consolidation in the market. So they acquire a business, they build that technology into their product, and we see different manufacturers taking a different direction in terms of their functionality and what they add into their technology suite based on acquisitions a lot of time of other technology or new blood that comes into their businesses. We do have a fairly strong history of being able to influence software development with our manufacturers. That is something that it's easier to change, so they can listen to us. What was quite clear today, I felt, was that actually this range of functionality, manufacturers really need to be focusing on how to not charge for the functions that the end users don't want, or having a licensable model that further down the line they can add in. And what came back from the table was very much, well, if we've already put the resource and time and cost into developing it, we need a return quickly. And that chipset is already there. If it's not in use, that doesn't mean it didn't cost us to deliver it to you. So I don't know what the answer is to how we can fix that problem, but I'll be feeding it back to most of our partners as something that the industry wants, and fingers crossed a couple of them will listen.